Hi, my name is Chi.
And I'm Shelby.
Shelby, pleased to meet you, Shelby.
Yeah.
I'd like to ask you a couple of questions to get your opinion or perspective about, general life aspects. My first question is, uh, do you have any dreams, aspiration?
I'm in my 50s now, early 50s.
Okay.
But during my earlier years, I had them, but really didn't try to attain them per se.
Hmm.
Um, Even though I knew I had potential,
Okay.
I just was doing other things as a youngster.
Okay.
Um, and I still have those dreams
Hmm.
that I'm trying to attain. So right now, my passion was to be an astronomer because I'm very knowledgeable in the subject.
Wow.
I've been into that subject for a number of years.
Hmm.
So, as a, but unfortunately, I didn't really pursue it, even though I knew my potential.
Okay.
I was intimidated by certain things like math and physics and things like that, but only got hip to it a little later in life.
Okay.
So I did work. I used to work for the Milwaukee Public Museum and things like that. So I'm still
Great.
trying to get to that. So it's
Great.
never too late, as far as I'm concerned, to try
Right.
to attain that. Although it's not an easy task as far as the subjects go. You have to
Hmm.
know your math, you have to know your physics and things like that. So
Hmm.
those are some of the things I'm still trying to attain currently.
Okay, great, great. So,
Mhm.
one thing that you're doing right now that is the most significant thing you're doing towards achieving that dream, what would that be?
Well, right now, like I said, I'm always still trying to, because it's so much, the universe. So I'm still learning
Okay.
because things change in
So
the universe.
learning,
Yeah,
learning.
I'm
Okay,
still learning because
great,
things change. I
great,
know a
great.
lot about Earth and things like that, but I don't know everything about it. And, it's still a lot of secrets that needs to be uncovered.
Hmm.
But I'm still in school trying to reach that goal.
Great.
So, and to really have a career in it, you really have to not just have a regular degree. You need to have like at least minimum a master's to be to um, get into the game.
Hmm.
So that's what I'm trying to do currently right now.
Okay.
I do
Awesome.
have a fiance, I have a child, and things like that. I'm trying to look after.
Great, great.
So I live in Germantown. So um, so it's a lot that I'm trying to juggle with
Hmm.
right now. But she's been very supportive,
Okay.
and yeah. So it's just so that's where things are currently with me. But like I said, as far as life and everything is concerned, I'm just I'm great. I feel good about it. I appreciate life. So
Hmm.
like you see, you and I are walking out here
Right,
in Brownell
right.
Park, and that's what I like to do. Just reflect and just try to get a peace of mind and things like that, and just trying to not be down about things,
Right.
especially like later in life. And I should have gotten this a long time ago,
Uh-huh.
but I just got to keep going. So
I can tell you that every situation or every position that you're in life, it's there is a reason for you to be in that position,
yeah,
to
yeah,
experience it, to learn from it, and to keep
exactly,
going. So
absolutely,
I don't think you're in the wrong place. I
yeah,
don't think you've missed out on anything.
yeah, yeah,
That's just my belief
yeah, yeah,
that I'm
yes,
sharing with
yeah,
you.
I absolutely, yeah,
Right.
I get it.
Great. So I'm going to ask you. You spoke about your fiance, and I'm going to, shift the conversation
Mm-hmm.
to this area. What do you? How do you keep a woman? How do you maintain it? How do you keep a relationship?
Okay, well, for me,
Hmm.
like I'm on social media and I see a lot of these podcasts and things like that where
Hmm.
men and women are back and forth with each other, and I just think that's very unhealthy.
Hmm.
They shouldn't be doing that.
Hmm.
For when I met her, we did have a lot of things in common.
Okay.
She's younger than me, but we had a lot of things in common. So that right there,
Hmm.
was a starter for us.
Okay.
And just we didn't try to rush anything. I tried to get to know her through and through, and her me.
Okay.
And she wasn't trying to, like, oh, you got to make this certain amount of money or that. It was
Uh-huh.
just how I treated her with
Okay.
respect. And, and over a period of time, we were like, okay, we had a lot of things in common, but I also wanted to know her differences, like something different that's maybe uniquely different for her that I can go into her
Hmm.
world and try to learn something from and things like that. And she did the same thing with me,
Okay.
like astronomy.
Okay.
That's my passion. She got into it, and she knew some things about it a little bit because she's a physician. So
Okay.
she knows some things about science, but when she knew about my passion in astronomy. She took some interest in it,
Okay.
and things like that. So I would just say, just try to get to know the person,
Okay.
and take your time,
Uh-huh.
and take it from there. And I try not to look at it, especially like nowadays. Like I said, when I see things online, I just think it's extremely unhealthy.
I can agree with that.
Division between men and women should not be occurring, especially black men and women. I see that a lot on there, and that's unfortunate.
Yes.
And so I just tend to like. Because I'm a man, and with the things that I see online with the certain women and what their requirements are from a man, I just think it's not a reality. And just be understanding, just be real, and if you want to get to know someone, go ahead and do that. Don't be all about where you want to go eat and it has to be this certain. You know what I mean? Just try to get. It's about the person.
Yeah,
that's it.
Right.
That's it. Because I've been on like coffee dates with my fiance when we first met. We went to coffee shops and had a date, had a great time. We went to some expensive restaurants as well, but we went to like Applebee's. We did all that stuff. She didn't judge me, and I didn't judge her, and here we are. We have family. We own our home, and she's successful, very successful. She's a doctor.
Isn't that nice?
Yeah. So
to have a successful
and so
partner.
Yeah. So
yes,
and that's
relieve some pressure.
Yeah. So. And I always try to tell people, man, like, if you see that stuff online, just stay away from that, like, division stuff. Don't get caught up in that.
Yeah, I agree 100% with that.
Okay,
this is a funny question, or maybe funny. Would you give money to your girl, to your fiance, to get her nails done? If she asked you for it.
Well, if she asked me for it, because she's done a lot for me, and nothing needed to be said. She's done a lot for me. I would have no problems doing that because she's done a lot of things for me, a lot, financially. You know what I mean? So yeah, absolutely, without hesitation, because I know her. I've gotten to know her. I've known her for 10 years, and so yeah, I would do that for her because I know her, and I also know that she would reciprocate that.
Right.
She's done a lot for me, been very supportive of me. I'm going to absolutely do the same for her.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So there's been time when I've been in the bind, and she had my back. She didn't like bail on me or anything like that. So yeah, like for example, we went to New York because we lived in New York City, and she paid for my flight there. I didn't ask her to, but she did it. Together. So, and I did that for her as well. Like, we're going to Phoenix. We're going to go because we almost moved to Phoenix, so we're going to go check out Phoenix, and I pay for our trip there. But sometimes we do that for each other. Like, I already got the tickets. Don't worry about it. So yeah, hair the nails done. If she wanted to ask me, I would do it, even though she doesn't do it. She could get it herself. She knows how to do nails herself and things like that. But if she would have asked me, I wouldn't have a problem.
Okay.
Because she's done those things for me.
Yeah, it's good to hear your perspective, because I'm sure our viewers will appreciate your perspective as well. Yeah, because this is real life. This is not social media. This is like real life.
Social media to me, and I'm on social media, but I do view it as it's a lot of poison on there. There's a lot of poison on there. So I try to. I have my Facebook account, Instagram account, things like that, but I just try to seek out positivity. I don't, and and I follow certain people, so sometimes things may pop up on my, and I see some of the negative stuff, but the gossipy stuff and the divisions between men and women. But I just try to stay away from all that stuff, man. I know that. For me, I always tell people, as far as my relationship goes, just try to get to know the girl, man, and don't be caught up in that money stuff and all that, because it's just not fruitful, man. It's about the person. It's really about the person, and all the other stuff will fall into place if both parties are willing to treat each other right, and get to know each other, the heart, soul, mind, and everything. You get to know her interest. She knows yours. All the things you have in common. It will all pan out.
Okay. Last question. If there were two lines that your fiance cannot cross with you, the first being the least of concern, and one being, hey, we can't get back together and 10 being, hey, we can't get back together anymore. What would those two lines that your fiance cannot cross with you?
Okay, well, I know that like I said, we're not perfect.
Mm-hmm.
She has some flaws.
Mm-hmm.
For example, she's not the most clean person.
Mm-hmm.
She's busy. She's very busy. She's under a lot of pressure, and I get it. But you know, she's a kind of a messy person, so I have to clean up behind her. You know,
Mm-hmm.
if she can, I try to remind her, hey,
Mm-hmm.
you need to, you know, not leave stuff around. I mean, she cleans like she leaves stuff like everywhere in her home. Like for example, if she has food, she'll eat her food and leave everything there, and then she'll, you know, the stuff there, her laptop there, everything gets piled up. So I try to remind, and she knows that as a pet peeve of mine. She knows it. So but I pick up behind her, but you know, sometimes she makes an effort to try to not, but it's just something that she does. So I just try to make sure, you know, try to remind her. It does get under the skin when I remind her, but you know, we want to keep it clean. You know, that's just me though.
Right.
As far as her, I don't know, where we can't be together no more. If I see some like it's like I have a mom that I really love very much. Nothing really gets to me like that, you know, as far as like, but you know, my mother is something that besides my fiance, like I really love my mom. I didn't know what that feeling felt like, but with my mom, I know the feeling. So I don't want nobody disrespecting my mother, period, in any way, shape, or form. So she's never done that. So that would be if something that I saw that was a consistent thing with her, or if she didn't like my mom for some apparent reason, then that would be a problem.
Okay. Wow.
Yep.
Well, that was a unique perspective. I never had that one before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I love my mom. My mom, like, she's also been there for me.
Yeah.
And she's an elder, and I just, you know, I respect my elders, and I appreciate her for everything that she's done for me, because we did not grow up a middle class. We were, you know, relatively poor. And I'm not going to sit there and say we're middle class or we had a lot of money, but she did the best she could. We stayed in some little rough areas in Milwaukee, and we stayed out of trouble because of her influence. You know, we were around a bunch of messiness in Milwaukee, you know, stuff that I could have gotten involved in, but she, you know, that influence. I don't have a father, you know what I'm saying? So he's not so she was like the one that, and got us in line. I have two brothers and a sister, and they're all relatively successful because of her, and turned out well in life because of her. And I appreciate her so much, so I love her to death. And so, you know, my fiance is very respectful of my mom, but that would be something that would get under my skin. If it was something that was consistent of disrespect towards my mom, I'd probably have to cut that relationship off.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Great talk. Great interview.
I appreciate it, man.
Great perspective. Thank you. No, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. And I'm sure our viewers will as well.
Yep.
But yeah, that was it.
I appreciate it, man. Thanks, man. Like I said, I'm from Milwaukee. Lived in New York City.
Born and raised?
I was born and raised here. I did go out to New York City, in Long Island, Queens, and then spent a lot of time in Phoenix. Almost moved there, but our families are here, so that's the reason why we're here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
Otherwise, we'd have been in Phoenix.
Well, if you want to see the interview, and if you care to follow, I'm on Confirm TV.
Confirm TV?
On TikTok. Confirm TV.
Okay.
Or any Instagram, and it's like confirm. When you confirm something, but you take away the IR and you put AH. Confirm. Put an AH in place of
okay, gotcha. Okay.
AH.
Okay.
That's how you spell the confirm.
You said this is on TikTok.
Yes, sir.
All right, I got you, man.
Yes, sir.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Have a good one.
You too, buddy. Thank you so much.